I call the 7th meeting of the 100th session of the Student Government Association to order at 5 p.m. Vice President Lockings, please call the roll.
Andrews. Barber.
Here.
Bassam.
Here.
Beaver. Kell.
Here.
Cheek. Kramer.
Here.
Crawford.
Here.
Cunningham. Dang.
Here.
Diafodi.
Here.
DePersia.
Here.
Eddinger Lucero.
Here.
Farnham.
Here.
Garrison.
Here.
Hall.
Here.
Hernandez.
Here.
Hunt.
Here.
Langston.
Here.
Little.
Here.
Levenstein.
Here.
Murray. Al-Uwemisi.
Here.
Patel.
Here.
Perry.
Here.
Portillo.
Here.
Rouse.
Here.
Randall.
Here.
Sander.
Here.
Sands.
Here.
Saxena.
Here.
Scaife.
Here.
Spears.
Here.
Spites.
Here.
Teeter.
Here.
Wesley. Williams.
Here.
Woodruff.
Here.
Van Ash.
Here.
Van Brunt.
Here.
Villano.
Here.
If there are no objections, we'll approve the minutes from last week as distributed.
I have an objection.
Senator Lucero.
Just like a minor correction that needs to be made. So on the senator voting record that was sent out today, it says there were 36 yeses, 6 noes, and 0 abstentions. But on the motion card, it says there were 35 yeses and 6 noes. So I don't know, just an inconsistency in the voting count.
We'll look at it again and make the changes. Thank you. Okay, are there any students here to speak during open forum? Our presenter tonight was going to be Mr. Neighbors from Airmark, but he's rescheduling, so we don't have other presenters. So move into exec reports. Okay. So Safe Walk is this Thursday at 5:30 p.m. And if you want to come, we're meeting in front of the police department. It's essentially a way for students and faculty and staff to go around campus and see like what changes we made to make UCA a safer campus. So you can come, please come. University committees. So if you all have university committees you're attending, if you can't make a meeting, just make sure you send the committee chair an email, let them know. But also try to find someone to fill in for you, so you can always stand up during announcements and say, hey, I can't attend this university committee meeting, someone attend my place. And then Dr. Polster is our university's provost. We made a little card for her, and I want to pass it around and have you guys all sign it. She's battling cancer right now, so we want to just do a little nice thing for her. We're going to give it to her on her desk. So write a little note and just kind of encouragement for her. So that's all I have. Any questions? Vice President Teeter.
All right. So everyone take this out, thing with all the pictures on it. We've done this in the past, just so like if you're looking at a senator from across the room and you don't remember their name, but you remember you can look at their face. Senator Farnham was really looking forward to this. So this is a good thing to reference. Just keep this in your portfolio. Next, resolutions. Please remember that we can pass resolutions, and so what those are, like I said, are like us stating like the opinion of the student body. We've had like a low number of resolutions, I guess, so far. We haven't had any passed, and so just remember that you can do those, and those could be things like if someone wins a tournament, like the soccer team gets state championship or something. I don't know, something like that, or if a dean retires, or Veterans Day, or anything like that, where we need to make an official statement on something like raising a potential fee, or anything like that. Make sure that if you do draft those, they have to be sent to the Ways and Means Committee, so you can send those to me. They have to be approved by Ways and Means Committee, and they come to full Senate after that's been done. All right. Moving on, ideal pages. Moving forward, parliamentarians report. Senator Hall.
Hi, okay, so this tip is mainly for the chairs of the committees, and it is the duties of the chair. I just want to say, they do not include lecturing or criticizing group members to make them vote the way you want them to vote, trying to convince people that you are right and they are wrong, or exercising your leadership position to determine the outcome of the vote. During the meeting, you are not responsible for the decision the group makes. you are the facilitator and the servant of the group. And I just said that just to say that, because I'm a chair, and I know sometimes I want things to go a certain kind of way, but it doesn't always go like that, and I can't be upset, and I shouldn't make people try to vote that way. So yeah, thank you.
All right, Sergeant at Arms report, Senator Spears.
Alrighty, good evening, senators. And so, in my report, this is kind of be a little different. We won't do what not to do in Senate, but it'll be kind of a reminder and kind of a new thing. So, one reminder to be sure to always try to wear a collared shirt whenever or other kind of things throughout. It's all right if it's all. We all slip up. I do as well. Additionally, we will also have a new attendance keeping thing. So, if you're a returning senator, you remember last year we oftentimes had you scan your bear card or something similar to it in order to prove that you attended a Senate meeting. And so this year we're going to do it a little differently. And so if you will download what is called the Cork app, CORQ, it's through Campus Labs, which is through Cup Connect. And all you have to do is sign in with your MyUCA information that you would normally do with your account. And then after that, you'll just go in and there'll be a little QR code in your options that all you have to do when you walk into Senate is let me scan that and you're good to go. It'll take maybe a fast, easy way to pretty much record everybody in a very legitimate way possible who attended Senate meetings at those specific meetings. And that's about it.
You have my report?
Are there any questions for Vice President Cedar? Vice President Lockings.
Okay, so once again, Senator of the Month, it's always going to be on your agenda, so remember to submit those. Last Senator of the Month was Senator Hernandez, so we need another one for November. Our popsicle stories today, those people know who they are. We have Senator Sands, Advisor Strickland, and Senator Ettinger Lucero. So if you all could stand up and answer the questions, that would be great. We can start off with Senator Sands.
Hi everyone. My question is, what is your favorite traditional food to eat? So I would say peas and rice. It's like brown rice and peas and maybe tomatoes. We put bacon in it sometimes, onion, sweet pepper. It's really good, hard to explain. I'll learn how to cook it in the Christmas and then bring you guys in January.
You want me to go next or Michelle?
What is one hobby or thing that you like that no one would guess? And Hank said that I'm pretty open and transparent, that everybody already knows everything about me, so, which is pretty true. But one thing, if you don't know me, is that I love winter. It is my favorite season. And I found that that's pretty rare, that most people aren't but I love, like, the colder it is, the better it is. I love to layer, I love fires, I love hot beverages, I love to walk my dog and hike when there's no critters and it's quiet. And, so I love the season of winter, so I'm getting excited that it's getting colder.
Okay, mine is, what is your favorite holiday and why? So mine, I guess, are gonna be the fall and winter holidays. So I like Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas, but I like those holidays because I love to cook. So I love all of the fancy treats that I get to bake and all of the meals that I get to cook at those holidays. So, yeah.
Thank you. Okay. So, quick update on what Public Relations Committee is currently working on. So we're working on advertising the academic food fight, and all of the boxes should be in the academic colleges by the end of the day, according to Senator Cheek. So make sure you start telling people to donate and also start posting the flyer. The MyUCA link and open suggestion form, we're going to start pushing that flyer out as well. And that is also in the Instagram bio. So if individuals have a certain concern they would like to tell us about, they can just go click in the Instagram bio and look out. We'll be doing posts maybe once every other week, just reminding them about that form so we can start intaking suggestions and concerns. The Presidential Town Hall is Wednesday, November 20th at 5:30 p.m. in the Student Center Room 214. So it's a little ways off, but also keep that on your radar because we want as big of an attendance as we did last time. Y'all are awesome. Remember to take pictures at SGA events, even if it's SAPA or just anything that you're doing with SGA peers, because we have an end of the year slideshow and I want as many pictures in there as possible. And we are also going to be working on a newsletter. So committees, you should be drafting stuff up, regardless, you should be drafting stuff up for your minutes, but you should be drafting stuff up that you've worked on, completed, and events that you would like to work on for next semester as well. Just because in our newsletter, we want to do is sort of, here's our accomplishments, here's what we've done, but also here's what we should be looking forward to in the next semester. And then don't forget, we're having a smooth yoga class Thursday, November 14th at 5 p.m. Thursday, November 14th at 5 p.m. I expect a lot of you to be there, except for Vice President Teeter because he refuses. But it's okay. We will have fun at Smooth Yoga. It'll be a new experience for all of us. I haven't gone yet, so. And then our little thank you section, I just want to say thank you to the Diversity Committee for helping scan in at the Brian Buford event. It was awesome. And also Senator Garrison was there helping. And thank you to everyone that came to dinner with Brian Buford. A lot of good conversation happened, ways for us to move forward and grow as a university. And then also thank you to Senator Randall for all of her hard work on the poll. It was very descriptive. I just had to sort of copy and paste into Cub Connect. So give her all of the appreciation because I did not do any of the work.
Are there any questions for Vice President Lockings? Okay. Vice President Kale.
Alright, so some staff updates. We survived hearings, so that's great. Deliberations start tomorrow, so that's when the real fun begins, and we should have all the budgets and stuff decided on by Friday, so that's really great. And then with that, appeals are open for 2 weeks. So basically how this works is staff and committee will decide what to allocate each RSO, and then we will give y'all a physical copy of every RSO, what they requested and how much was allocated. And that will be passed out on Monday. And that Monday, the 11th, and then the following Monday on the 18th, RSOs are allowed to come in and appeal the decision of the staff committee. And so when that happens, they are appealing the budget that they were allocated. They can't really appeal something that doesn't exist. So if they're trying to add something to their budget or whatever, ultimately it is up to y'all's vote. But just keep in mind what precedent we set when we vote on things. And additionally, we don't, like, if they come in and present an appeal, nothing will happen if no one makes a motion. So you have to make a motion before anything gets voted on or anything's decided. So if no one makes a motion, then their appeal just fails. And that'll be the 11th and the 18th, and the 18th is when we vote to approve it, and after that, appeals are done. And then bare boots on the ground. Just a quick reminder that there are spring break trip options and a winter break trip option. The spring break trips are to Puerto Rico and Memphis, and then the winter break one is to South Carolina to help with hurricane relief and flood relief and all that good stuff. So it's a great opportunity. I think they sent out an email to all students with like the application link and details. So I really encourage y'all to go. It's a really great opportunity to volunteer. So that's it.
Are there any questions for Vice President Kale? Move into standing committee reports, academic affairs.
So I will be speaking for Senator Cheek since she's not here. So to go off of what Vice President Locking said, the academic food fight began today. And we are not collecting just food, there's also like personal hygiene products and things like that. And there's multiple flyers and lists, so be sure to get those and share them on your Instagram stories and whatnot. And then also, this morning, Senator Cheek and Senator DePersia met with Dr. Ely and Mr. Shepard, and they're very eager about the grad test prep course. So that should be getting started soon. And then I'm going to yield the rest of my time to Senator Randall.
As Vice President Lockings mentioned before, I'm doing the Teachers poll. It has been open, and I am waiting for the dean to make an email, and she's going to send it to her faculty, and her faculty will then be able to have it given to students of the College of Education, just to make it easier to where faculty will give it to students that they know are in the College of Ed. We're doing, if you do know College of Ed people, we're asking you to tell 5 people that you believe are in the College of Ed and have them tell 5 other people, because we really want this to be a successful turnout, because we don't want it to just fail after I've worked all this time.
Are there any questions? Okay. Internal Affairs, Senator Spears.
Alrighty, hello again, Senators. Internal Affairs will have no previous notices today, but we do have one bill that we voted on today, SB 007. So if you still haven't looked at it and you have a physical copy, take a look, take a gander. It's in your absolute benefit to do, so that way you'll be informed and ready to vote later on this meeting. That'll be it.
Are there any questions? Housing and Food Services, Senator Saxena.
All right, so not a lot happening this week, but we'll be meeting Serena on Friday to discuss the rent college pass contract. Before that, on Wednesday, we'll be meeting Trevor Seifert, the CIO, to discuss the IT clauses in the contract and make sure that UC is okay with creating a website and the data sharing policy. Other than that, Senator Patel is working on the coffee machine in the library, and he met Dean Covington, the director of the library. So he gave us a go, and he's interested in having a coffee machine. We'll be speaking to Jennifer Newton to talk about possibly having a machine, and also to Jim Neighbors to see if there's an option to start those in the press. Other than that, we are also sending the recipes to Jim Neighbors tomorrow for the cafeteria.
Are there any questions? Diversity, Senator Hall.
Hello. Okay, so our diversity quote is, we have no hope of solving our problems without harnessing the diversity, the energy, and the creativity of all our people. And that's by Roger Wilkins. And then before I start my report, I just want to say, if y'all see anybody from my committee, please just congratulate them. They've been doing a great job, y'all, going out and doing everything that Rose sends out. She can send it out the night before and we'll do it. They're so great. And then, so last Tuesday we met with Brittany Bartlett, and she wanted to discuss the Unity event that happened a few weeks back. And so our committee is now taking over that program because she's graduating. So we're hoping for it to be even bigger next semester, and I hope it continues even after our committee is over. And so our committee is also partnering with PRISM to try to provide mittens and coats for those in need during these colder months. And then our next meeting is tomorrow, and Ms. Shar will be giving us a diversity training, and we're looking forward to that.
Are there any questions? Student Fee Advisory Committee, Senator Patel.
Alright, so we had our first week of meetings. We met Technology Fee on Friday, and then we had Student Health Services Fee last week on Tuesday. And we have Student Activities Board Fee tomorrow. But here's sake of transparency. Our plan was to do the student activity fee, which is, as cheap, and it's $15.50 per semester. But there was miscommunication in my part and also the part of the Dr. Newton's office. And she gave me to contact Mrs. Rager, Kendra Rager, who's our student activity board fee, which is $1.59 per credit hour. And we went through that, and just yesterday I found out that there's two different fees. There's two different fees. That's not the fee that we were supposed to review. So we already talked with the committee time. They also talked to us about it, and then we're just gonna go and do the student activity board fee tomorrow. And we're gonna tackle the student activity fee, which is $15.50 per semester, next semester. And we'll make sure this doesn't happen again. And then that's our fee that we're doing tomorrow. And then we're gonna do our last one, which is health and beer science fee and lab fee, which is next Tuesday as well, for the next period. And tomorrow it's gonna be doing next period of year 2.
Are there any questions? Fair Advocacy Group, Senator Sander.
Not much this week. We have a speaker for Red Flag Campaign. It's Lisa Rob. Yes. So she is talking on Tuesday. I'm looking at doing the amphitheater just to I want to be more open. And then so we have that whole week planned. And then I have a meeting with Mr. Gillum on Wednesday, and we're gonna go forward with getting reps and what dates specifically and all that stuff. And then he's coming to my committee meeting pretty quickly. So probably next week or so.
Are there any questions? Okay, move into ad hoc committee reports. Student Resources, Senator DeFerro.
Yeah, so as mentioned, Senator Cheek and I met with Dr. Ely and Mr. Shepard, that was his name, to talk about the prep courses. And basically, what Senator Cheek and I are planning on doing is looking into pricing for bringing someone in to teach prep courses and checking out group rates on that. And then also we'll be sending out a very detailed survey, hopefully pretty soon, making one, drafting it, and running it by community engagement outreach words, and seeing what they think. And then hopefully getting a huge response about what people think about prep courses and what they're willing to pay and the organization there. And then other stuff with the committee, a lot of our projects are kind of at a standstill right now, so we're gonna be looking at new goals and ideas and seeing what we can do the rest of the semester and next semester.
Are there any questions? Okay, sustainability, Senator Hernandez.
Yeah, so I would first like to begin my report by giving a happy early birthday to Senator Sander and Senator Levin, whose birthdays are this week. Yeah. And then, so we also want to do like a new thing. So we wanted to start like a recycling tip of the week for Senate. So this week's tip will be to please recycle any papers that you get in Senate that you no longer want or need. Just right after Senate. It's easy to do. There's a recycling bin right up there. So yeah. So Senators William and Sanders are looking into revamping our advertising. They'll be talking to Adam Hensley about that. And so with that, we'll also be tabling on the 15th, which is National Recycling Day. So we'll be kind of like what not to do, what to do out in the Student Center, so just to get everybody more informed. Then Senator Doifode and I had a meeting with Jim Neighbors on Friday, and we learned a lot of cool things. So they're going to be mixing plastic and paper straws in the Student Center. So they've already ordered them. He doesn't know when they're going to get in yet, so we're looking for that. And with that, we will be kind of down there just letting people know. We want people to be able to know, and then the next week get like some preliminary like feedback if students are liking them, if they're not, because hopefully he said like maybe if they get a good response, then by the end of the semester, by the end of next semester, they can just get rid of the plastic straws completely. So there's that. And also he told us about so whenever the like the conveyor system in the CAF stops working, they'll now have paper plates and like bowls and stuff, so they won't be using the styrofoam plates anymore. So that's really cool. And then we will also be partnering with the Food Recovery Network to do the Weigh the Waste program. So we're signing up for slots and we'll be volunteering with them. So please stop by and eat with CAF and you'll be able to see us. And then so we're in talks right now with the city to see if we can get the preliminary recycling program started in Bear Village. So it's gonna be like a mock trial that where like our sustainability is gonna be over and we're just gonna kind of keep the recycling and put up advertising and stuff. So we're gonna see if we can do that, and if it's successful there, we're gonna try to get it into Stadium Park, maybe the Edge, and then Greek Village. So yeah, that's all I have.
Are there any questions? Vice President Watkins?
What time is the tabling on the 15th?
We haven't gotten it yet, but it will be there.
Are there any further questions? Centennial?
So we don't really have much to talk about this week either, but Rose emailed Karina also to do the research, so she's currently looking over it and we'll come up with more information. And then we're thinking about food ideas for the banquet. So if anyone has any dietary restrictions, can you please let me know after Senate so we can like start to put together a menu. And we're still planning the stuff and still getting it together. So.
Are there any questions? Parking and safety, Senator Van Brunt.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have not a lot going on. We're kind of looking at new projects to do to kind of like get few smaller projects out of the way for next semester. But one of the things they're doing this month is putting in solar lights at the trail leading up to the bridge going over Dave Ward to Bear Village. So even safer over there. It's gonna be great. I emailed Chief of Police John Murgy yesterday about the embassy program with the food pantry is not even back yet, but we're looking at the 11th to the 18th, tabling down there in the student center, also having a donation center up here in the SJ office. Clay gets back to me, I'll let you guys know. That's all I have. I'm gonna yield my rest of my report to Senator Blumenthal.
Hey guys, me and Senator Langston met with Chief Murgy and Ms. Frederking with the Panhellenic Council this past Tuesday on loading zones in Greek Village. And Chief Murgy seems to support the idea. He wanted to install parking meters for like 15-minute intervals in existing parking spots. And then we went to Ms. Frederking, and she seemed to like not be so with the idea. She said that girls seem to favor parking spots over unloading zones. So we're going to be working with Senator Cheek, who isn't here today, and developing a survey to send out to the residents of Greek Village on what they want. Students first. So.
Are there any questions? Senator Hernandez.
It's for Senator Beaver Taylor. Will that also be going to like the
Residential.
no, like the fraternities that are going to get houses?
We're going to see how it goes with sorority houses first. We're talking about it. It'd be easier to get it done before they're being built, obviously. So we're just working. We can see what's going on.
Senator Edding-Lucero.
It's not a question, it's just a suggestion. I would talk to the Dean of Students, Kelly Owens, because Katie Frazier, the IFC advisor, Jordan Fredericking, the Panhellenic advisor, and Kaylin Bradford, the director of student life, are all leaving their posts at UCA. So we won't have anyone in those positions momentarily. So Kelly Owens would be the best person to talk to.
We're also working on an appointment with housing too about residential parking on loading zones.
Are there any further questions?
Decorum.
Are there any university committee reports? Is there any unfinished business? Senator Kramer.
Under the title of Student Bill 007, the VAERS Act, I move the SGA amend Article 2, Section 3, Letter C, to add an additional non-traditional student representative position to the Student Government Association to expand the impact and better serve the population of the students.
Second.
So I get to talk about that.
Yeah, so just bring up the motion card, please. Discussion on motion, Senator Kramer.
So the first thing I want to do is just read the title of this bill, and that is bringing equal and adequate representation to students. And that's really what this bill is all about. So if you look on the UCA website, non-traditional student is defined as any student who is 25 years or older, married, a veteran, active duty military, or a reservist, a transfer student, or a parent. I couldn't find all of the statistics for the specific numbers of non-traditional students at UCA, but I was able to find on the website that 18% of the UCA students are 25 years or older, which means that at least 18% is a non-traditional student. Another statistic that I found on our website was that our non-traditional student base is the fastest growing student population on the UCA campus, so it's definitely something that we need to be proactive with and address. It's also the opinion of the Internal Affairs Committee that the non-traditional student sector is the most diverse in terms of constituent base and problems that need to be addressed. And we're very thankful to Senator Scaife and all the hard work that she puts in, but we also realize that she would benefit from an additional partner with so many different problems and students to address. Another thing that I would like to add in before we have discussion about it is that we're all aware of the merging of the College of Liberal Arts and the College of Fine Arts and Humanities. We approved a bill last week to reduce the number of academic college representatives because of that. So that means now we have an empty seat. So when you're considering this bill, space is not an option. We actually have an empty chair that we now need to fill. And as I said, it's the opinion of the Internal Affairs Committee and everyone else who sponsored this bill that that empty seat would best be filled by another non-traditional student representative. Thank you.
Is there any further discussion on the motion? Senator Barton.
Yes, I rise in support of the amendments. I came in not sure how I was going to vote, but everything you just laid out in your opening statement for the bill answered every single question I had. I did the math. 18% of the student body is roughly 2,200 people, okay, little give or take, which actually makes them the least represented demographic in the Senate right now. So I think that you're absolutely correct to use another non-traditional student to help out. And with the empty seat that you mentioned, I think that it would be great. I think there will have to be some conversation on the structuring of the committees because they will need to be implemented in some way. But you know, great work. I agree wholeheartedly.
Senator Saxena.
This is just a question, but do we know how current these numbers are on the website? Because there are a lot of universities on the university's website that are in 2016, 2017.
I looked at them this morning, and that was the numbers that are on there now and that are on the current brochure for the non-traditional student organization. But I can look and see if it has an actual date on that and give you an answer.
And make sure you specify who you want to go with the question to. Senator Hernandez.
I also have a question. I don't know if this would go to Senator Farnham or Senator Kramer, whoever has more information, but so are those numbers including like graduate students for the population over 25? Because that would change, I guess, the representation.
I could talk to like career services or student affairs, whoever, and try to find that out. But on the website, it did not specify whether it was including graduate students or just undergraduate. But either way, I feel like 18% is a significant portion.
Oh, I don't know. Do you have a response?
Senator Farnham.
Sure. So if I had to do the math real quick for you, there's only about 1,600 grad students at any point. That was actually the highest grad student enrollment we've seen. I believe that was in 2015. It's actually gone down quite some time. So even if you take that into consideration, then you're still underrepresenting non-traditional students by roughly 700 students. Okay. International student has about one representative for 500 students. Graduate students have about three representatives for about 1,100 students, a little less. But yeah, so even if you considered that, it would still be underrepresented. Also, not every grad student is over 25 years of age. I'm 24 and I'm a second year grad student. So even with that in consideration, it's still very much underrepresented.
Senator State.
So all the questions. So those statistics were actually updated in the fall of 2017 to put that out there. And then as far as that particular number, the majority of that number is undergrad students.
Are there any further questions? Senator Kramer.
While we're discussing the 18%, I just want to re-emphasize that that's only the percentage for students that are 25 years or older. There may also be transfer students or students that are parents that aren't 25 years or older who would also be counted into the percentage for total non-traditional students. So 18% is not the full number of non-traditional students. We actually have a greater portion of our population that is underrepresented.
Is there any further discussion on the motion?
Motion to approve by Dan.
Second. Motion passes. Is there any more unfinished business? Is there any new business? Vice President Peter.
I move that the UCASGA adopt a resolution entitled Honoring UCA Veterans.
Second.
Discussion on the motion, Vice President Peter.
All right, if you will all find your resolution here, print out in front of you, I'll go ahead and read it off. Whereas throughout our country's history, generations.
We don't have the printout.
Our back row doesn't have it.
We don't have the printout. There's some extra ones.
Yeah, Vice President Lawson
I
put
don't
it
want
on
to take away from here that you don't have one.
the quorum. Vice President Lawson is going to pull it up on.
Please forgive me, I thought I passed it. I'll make sure that it's passed at the next meeting. Throughout our country's history, generations of UCA men and women have answered the call to leave their families, their jobs, and put their futures and even their lives on the line to valiantly defend our nation and its inalienable rights. Whereas for many, their sacrifice has ended in permanent injury and the continued preservation of our freedoms and the promise of liberty. Whereas we owe a debt of gratitude to our veterans and wish to express our appreciation to all veterans for their selfless service to the United States. And whereas the Student Government Association also wishes to honor the memory of all those who have given their lives while serving our nation in the armed services. Therefore, be it resolved, the Student Government Association of the University of Central Arkansas expresses its profound gratitude and appreciation to all the men and women who have served and are currently serving our nation in the armed forces. So So, we got that. Veterans Day is next Monday, all right? This resolution is typically, this is one we passed for the past 2 years. Typically that is read at UCA Veterans Day ceremony. Do you have a motion?
Is there any further discussion on the motion? Vice President Peter?
I'd like to make a friendly amendment to remove men and women in line 2 and line 20 and replace that with students.
If there are no objections, the motion will pass. Is there any further discussion on the motion? We move to second reading.
Motion to provide a unanimous consent.
Second.
Motion passes. Is there any more new business? Are there any announcements? Vice President Kale.
Staff on my office, 180 seconds.
Vice President Williams. Sorry, Senator Williams.
Alright, so former cross country runner, the women won conference, so.
Senator Hunt.
Yes, by the way, it is also Senator Barber's birthday today.
Yes.
He turned 21 today, so congratulate him.
Senator Randall.
Tomorrow night is UCA's Got Talent, and I suggest everyone go and do donations if they can, because the donations are going to the Bear Pantry and also the hospital. It's tomorrow, at Idra Waldron at 6:30 p.m.
Are there any more announcements? Vice President Peter.
I want to remind all of our seniors that the Who's Who applications are open, and I would love to see all of y'all get it this year. That'd be awesome to see. So just a reminder, it's on CoConnect.
Brad says very good. What is only for seniors?
I do believe it's for grads, Michelle. I think, yeah.
Senator Little.
I was gonna say, it's for those who have completed 90 credit hours, so that would include juniors, seniors, and graduates as well.
Are there any more announcements? Okay, meeting is adjourned.
Alright.